Microphone, chicka chicka, check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby. And this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. You know what swingers do that I hate, that I despise, that I abhor? I don't like when swingers, like, when you're in a vanilla event, you know, vanilla and swinger vernacular is a civilian, you know, somebody who's not a part of the lifestyle. When you're a swinger, or a person in the lifestyle. You know, when I say person in the lifestyle, you may have somebody who's lifestyle adjacent or lifestyle friendly, because you have people, that's the new term nowadays, when you have people who go to swing parties and they don't indulge. They just like to voyeur. They just like to watch real life porn. You feel me? But whether you're like a diehard swinger or you're lifestyle adjacent or lifestyle friendly or whatever the fuck they call it, and you go to like a mainstream nightclub or even like a function, like a family function, a barbecue, a cookout, you're traveling, you're at the bar, at the club, at a golf event, whatever the case may be. And, you know, and you tell people that you're a swinger. Not as a way to, you know, spark a conversation. It's like you're not saying it. You're not saying it because you're warming up to this person. You know, this person may tell you about something that they do in their personal life that they confide with you about. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're confiding in you about what they do in their personal life. You know, y'all shooting the shit, y'all shooting the breeze, y'all getting to know each other. And even though, you know, people in the lifestyle swingers, we're supposed to be discreet, first and foremost. I really can't be discreet because I podcast and write books about the lifestyle. But even then, like, when people ask me what type of books I write, I say erotica. You know, I say I write erotic comedy. And I'm not lying, because I write erotic comedy. Now, they have to find out what type of book that I write in regards to writing about the swing lifestyle. But even when I tell people the books I write, I'm discreet. You know, but the podcast, like, I can't be discreet with the podcast because my podcast is called Swingers After Dark. So I can't like sugarcoat the shit, or I can't mask what I do. The only thing I can do, I don't like talk about, I don't disclose what I do at the parties or what other people do at events. You know what I'm saying? So that's my discretion, because when people may ask me, or if I see a bunch of podcast listeners, then I'm gonna plug my podcast. You understand me? And it's up to them to listen to the podcast instead of me spilling the beans in person. But anywho, you know, the thing that I despise, that I hate, that I abhor, I didn't say abhor, I say abhor. Abhor means dislike, pretty much. Shout out to my SAT scores. But anywho, the thing that, you know, that bothers me, that bugs me out, is when people in the lifestyle, when swingers try to force the lifestyle upon people. It's like if I'm at a bar, right? You know, and I'm talking to the bartender, you know, or the mixologist, or whatever the fuck they call themselves nowadays. You know, it's like nowadays you can't call flight attendant stewardess. Like stewardess, that's like a bad word. Just like midget is a bad word. Like you can't say midget brain. You feel me? Like, that's like politically incorrect. Or you can't even say, yo, you retarded. You can't say that anymore. You got to say inept. Or you got to say delayed. Or shit, if you want to be petty, you can still say slow. But you can't say the R word. You can't say retarded. Just like how you can't call a flight attendant a stewardess. But anyway, when you're talking to the mixologist at a bar, like let's say I'm talking to a mixologist at a bar, and you know we shooting the breeze, we really getting to know each other. We rapping. I'm not just a customer. You know, it's a vibe between us, not sexually, but I'm digging her vibe. She's digging mine. And we have like an undercover kinship between her and I. And I'm like, yeah, I go to swing parties and, I write books about swingers and I have a podcast called Swingers After Dark, and you look good. Like you sexy, you banging. And I think, you should come to a party with me. I want you to be my date. You don't have to do anything or whatever the case may be. You could just watch. And then she may say, oh, it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm good. No, thank you. And then instead of saying, all right, instead of like me taking that no as a no, I may be the type to press the issue. I'm saying, well, it's not like you gotta, have sex. Like you could just voyeur. You do have people who come to swing parties to voyeur. Like the most that you have to do is, wear lingerie or something, dress down. And she may say, oh, it's not for me, no, thank you. I'm saying, well, can I change your mind? If you do go, you're going to love it. You're going to like it. I think you should come. You never know. Like it may be a life-changing experience. And then she may get rude and say, I said what I said. I said what the fuck I said. I am not interested. And then she may put like some bass in her voice and she may be annoyed. And and I'm talking about swinging, and I just talked myself out of some pussy on some one-on-one type shit because our conversation might wetted up her walls, her sugar walls between them legs. But I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty about, bringing her to a party that I just lost a playmate on some one-on-one shit because I'm so gung-ho about bringing her to a party and to recruit. So instead of just taking her word for it, she's not interested. I'm pressing the issue, which is a turnoff. And, as much as people in the lifestyle talk about judgmental, is you can't infringe on somebody's opinion or somebody's freedom just because swinging is not for them. Swinging is not for everybody. Everybody's not built for swinging. Everybody's not wired to see their mate get fucked by another person. And that's why you have a lot of people, men and women, they come in a swing lifestyle and they use it as a sexual playground. But then when they get in a relationship, they leave the lifestyle. But then they come back after the breakup because they were not wired to be in a lifestyle to begin with. It was just something to do. You understand me? And not for nothing, if people were vetted, 90% of the motherfuckers in the lifestyle wouldn't even be a part of the community. So it goes to show, people should, you shouldn't press and infringe on somebody's decision of not going. If it's not their cup of Henny, then let them be. Because the same people who talk this shit, well, the lifestyle is not the same. The newbies is fucking up the lifestyle, are the same people who are inviting people who were not interested in the lifestyle to begin with. But because they want to bring somebody in a lifestyle just to fuck on, they totally contradict their whole philosophy. You understand me? And the swinging, not for nothing, is supposed to be a secret society, but it's not so secret anymore. So anybody could come to a party. Regardless of not knowing the rules and the regulations and the etiquette and the code of conduct. You know what I'm saying? So people should, you can't, it's really corny, because when I introduce swinging to women, 8 out of 10 times they with it. Like 8 out of 10 times they with the shits. Like they want to come to a party. They're interested. And then I fill them out, I have conversations with them and I meet up with them probably before the event to see how they move, to see their demeanor, to check their temperature. Because I'm not bringing a chick and she's like unhinged. She's unhinged. She's crazy as batshit. She's a bugged out female. And I don't want that jacket on me that I'm known to bringing crazy ass bras to events because I'm not vetting them. You feel me? So it's like you have to like every situation shouldn't be a recruitment opportunity. You feel me? If you want people, you have people in a lifestyle they want acceptance. They want people to accept their lifestyle and not judge them. But you low key judging people for not wanting to indulge in a lifestyle. You're not accepting that they're not swingers, that they don't want to be a part of the scene. They don't want any parts of the lifestyle. Even if they respectfully decline, that's not enough. And then you wonder why the person is cussing you out, because you don't know no means no. And by you being in a lifestyle, you should know that no means no. So the minute somebody says no, I'll leave it alone. Because if somebody really want to do something, even if they on the edge about it, they're going to be inquisitive. They're going to ask questions. Even if they're on the fence, even if they're like 25% sure that they want to go, they're going to ask questions. They're going to, entertain a conversation. But if they flat out say, nah, it's not my thing, leave it alone. Just say, I respect that, and go to the next subject. Talk about something else. But like I said, 8 out of 10 times when I bring up, if I see that a chick got a good head on her shoulders and, she's free spirited, I may say, yo, come to the swing club with me. You don't have to play. You don't even have to fuck me, because of course that's your prerogative, whether you want to or not. But see if it's for you, mix and mingle with people. There's no pressure. Sometimes you don't even have to dress down. If you're in a social area, you don't have to dress down. The only time you have to dress down if you're in a play area. Now, if you venture off into the play area, you got to dress down. Like, I'm not going to bring a newbie to like a hardcore swing event to where as soon as you walk into the door, you got to dress down and everybody got to fuck. You feel me? Like, everybody got to fuck. Like, I'm not going to bring somebody who's on the fence to a hardcore party unless she's with the shits. Like, you have some people, they're freaks in real life, but they just don't have the structure of swinging. They just don't have the structure of the lifestyle. Because just because you're a freak, that doesn't mean you're a swinger. Or that doesn't mean you're lifestyle material. You feel me? Like, the difference between a swinger and a lifestyler is like the difference between a street baller and a pro basketball player. In street ball, you could do all types of tricks, and you may razzle dazzle on the court. But when it comes to in the big leagues, when it comes to professional basketball, it's a lot of rules, and it's a team sport. You need to. It's a certain level of maturity, because you got to be mindful of yourself and others and the community, because your actions could fuck up the whole party, the whole event. Because it's bad enough that a lot of venues, they don't want us there anyway. They just want the fucking money. You feel me? But when you're a freak, it's just you and that person. You feel me? It's just a one-on-one level, or you and the people. if you're indulging orgies and shit like that, it's like y'all have your own set of rules. It's like you're in the privacy of your own home. But when you're part of the community, your actions could be detrimental or helpful to everybody at the event or everybody in the community, because you represent everybody who's a part of the swinger lifestyle, because people, their minds are associative. Just like me saying I'm from Chicago, people may automatically think that I'm a felon, or people may automatically think that, I bust my gun. I'm not saying whether that's true or false, but I'm just saying, people, they may, you from Chicago, you must be a badass. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. Like, everybody in Chicago, they're not fucking criminals. But because that's all they hear about Chicago, Chirac and the killings, the shootings and the gangs and the murders, they're going to associate Chicago with the underworld. But Chicago is a beautiful city. The food is banging, and you have a lot of venues and activities. Is rich in culture. When you see for yourself, you just got to know where to go and where not to go. You understand me? So it's a see for yourself situation. Anywho, people have the right to say yes and say no. You can't disrespect somebody's, social acceptance. Thinking, oh, you ain't about that life. You're a square and this, that, and the third. But it's like, how you going to shit on? It's kind of like how when people, people who are polyamorous try to shit on people who are monogamous. It's like, how you going to talk shit about people who are monogamous? Because the minute they talk shit about you, saying that you're a slut or you're a hoe or you community dick or community pussy, you in your feelings because they don't accept your lifestyle. But because you polyamorous or you're a swinger or even into BDSM, you may think that monogamy is boring. But everything is not for everybody. Monogamy is not for everybody, just like how polyamory is not for everybody. Swing is not for everybody. BDSM is not for everybody. And because people want to force feed a lifestyle, they want to fit a square into a circle. You have people in a lifestyle who have no business in a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They just came because they were invited, even though they not with the shits. They came because they were invited, and because they was invited, they're going to use the lifestyle as a sexual playground with no intentions of at least getting with somebody on a romantic level or bonding with somebody on a romantic level in the lifestyle so they can have a partner to experience the lifestyle with. So that's why, like I said, you have people who come into the lifestyle, they fuck everything moving, or they want to fuck my wife, but they have nothing to offer. They just want me to fuck their door date or somebody who came to the party with. I am not going to exchange my queen, who is the most powerful piece on the chessboard, for a fucking pawn. You understand me? So it's like, you know, it's people create their own monsters or even their own Frankensteins, because in order for Dr. Frankenstein to create the monster, he would need to have the mentality of a monster to create a monster. So, you know, people create their own Frankensteins, so to speak. But then they want to complain about the Frankensteins that they created or the monster that they created. You understand me? So I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. Like something that a lot of swingers do that I despise. Like the lifestyle is not for everybody. And you have people, even if the lifestyle is for you, as you like the lifestyle, it may be just a pit stop for self-discovery. And you may have people who genuinely want to be a part of the lifestyle. They contributed to the lifestyle. You know, they gave people lessons. They mentored people. They vetted people. They became a big brother or a big sister to people in the lifestyle. But then they realized that the lifestyle is not for them anymore. You know, people have a lifestyle change. And it's their prerogative to have a lifestyle change. Everybody who lead a lifestyle are not fraudulent, are not fake, because they contributed to the lifestyle, but it's just not them anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like you grow out of something, even though that you appreciated how the lifestyle might have allowed you or helped you grow as a person. It just may not be for you anymore. You know, you saw the lifestyle more than a sexual playground. You know, you network. You forged, you fostered healthy relationships. You forged friendships, long-lasting friendships. You understand me? It's like it's a community within a community. It's a subculture, and for the most part, you respected the rules and regulations and the code of conduct and the ethics of the swing lifestyle. And just because you left, that doesn't make you fake. It just it just ran my course. I'm no longer interested. You know, the lifestyle is not something you try. It's something you do because it's who you are as a person. So when people say I'm not in a lifestyle anymore, does that mean that, you know, you stopped going to parties or you made a lifestyle change? Because the lifestyle is not just going to parties. It's not just going to parties. It's who you are as a person. You know, it's sexual freedom, but within that sexual freedom is a fellowship. You know, you may network. Like I give people advice and I guide people as far as how to publish a book or how to create a podcast. You know, it's a fellowship. It's a networking system. It's not always just about busting a nut. Now, if that's what you want to do, then that's your prerogative. But for the most part, it's a community. You know, some people just go to church just to hear the word and go home. Some people may stay at the church and fellowship in the lunchroom. It's all about your agenda. But for the most part, you know, that's corny. It's whack to, you know, try to force your ideologies onto somebody else because you may feel that they're boring or swinging may spice up their life, or you just want to bring that person to a party to fuck or whatever the case may be. You just want to have that person to come to an event so they could be your eye candy, so it could boost up your reputation and your status and give you clout and all this crazy superficial shit. So when people say no, it's a no. No means no, whether it's in the lifestyle or outside of the lifestyle. You dig? And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark. And this is your host, Not Son, baby. Check out my website at www.notsonblaze.com. That's www.nashunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, Fuck. Yes, you heard right. Fuck. F-U-C-K. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. It'll make you say, ow. And shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up with any questions or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. Dig. And on that note, until next time, peace.